We're back, D.A.P. It's about 9:30, and yeah, we're gonna go over the part 3. So I'm going to share, as I would like for you to share as well. Please like the page. I would like for you to share as well. Do me the favor and let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat that you can hear me clear. I truly appreciate it. I want to get a idea that you can hear me, so I don't want to just start right away. Put a 1 in the chat, please. Thank you. I'm sharing the page as well. Making it public. Peace and blessings. Thank you for chiming in. For those who just chimed in, I appreciate you chiming in, but could you do me the favor and just share the page at least twice? Thank you. The topic is basically going to be, once again, starting from yesterday and the day before, we're on part 3 of She's Aware of All the Red Flags. Yes, she is. She's aware of all the red flags. This is the part where she talks about losing the baby. We left off a little of that in chapter or part 2. Although she's on part 6, we're on chapter or part 3, okay? On the D.A.P. Share the page, like the page. Thank you. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. I need somebody to put in the chat a 1 so that I know you hear me. I need somebody to put in the chat a 1 so I know that you can hear me and the music. Let me know. I'll wait for that. Thanks. I need someone to tell me that you can hear me in the chat by putting a 1 in the chat before I get started. Thank you for tuning in. Much love and respect. I hope everybody's day was good. It's a beautiful rainy day today. I love every bit of the rain. I love it. It's the bomb. Nothing like rain, man. Nothing like rain. It's a good thing. Tomorrow, so you guys know, myself and Nakia is going to be on tomorrow about 8 o'clock. And we're basically going to be discussing atonement, apologies, forgiveness. I'm in that stage of my life, and I think it's only right that I make sure that we all just take a look at that. Just take a look at that. Sometimes you might have some animosity towards family members, friends, ex-lovers, co-workers, or whatever the case may be, and you may have been at fault. Even the other person may have been at fault. But do you have it in your heart to say, I apologize. I may have offended you in some kind of way, and I want to be humble enough to tell you I truly apologize if you felt some kind of way, and I know you did. I want to apologize for my part. I want to apologize for my part, and I want to ask you, I want to humbly ask you, can you forgive me? Yeah, why not? Life is too short, man. We losing too many people that's around us. We losing too many family members and friends. We seeing it every single day. Why allow someone to go to the grave without you telling them, I apologize. Could you forgive me? And it makes a hell of a difference, man. It takes a lot of weight off your back, especially, I'm going to say that again, especially if you know you were wrong in your part, even though that person was wrong and doing something to you, even though that person was wrong, it's for you. You go ahead and apologize to the person. And maybe that person will say, you know what? I apologize too, man. That wasn't called for. So I do apologize as well. And he may say or she may say, would you forgive me? And you say, yes, apology accepted, and I forgive you. But if they don't do that, so what? So be it. Keep it moving. As long as you got that off your back, that's where the blessing comes. Yeah. Real talk. Peace and blessing. What's good with you? Okay, the topic once again. So make sure you tune in tomorrow though, about 8 o'clock for that. Tomorrow, atonement, forgiveness, and apologies with my girl Nakia. So the topic today is going back to yesterday. Part 3. What do you think about the young lady who has been going through these situations by meeting a new man? Met him on a social site, one of those dating sites, which I really, I'm really against trying to get love or trying to find love on a dating site. But anyway, she basically started talking to him on a dating site, and she got so involved. They started talking for the first day, and he's telling her some of everything about his life, which is some of the red flags that came up. He told her everything. I'm talking about everything in one phone call, red flag. He came out to get her to change her tire, and she loved that. She was so happy. She saw him. He was handsome to her, and that turned her on. She said it was so sexy for him to actually change her tire. Another time they went out, I think it was Red Lobster or the Cheesecake Factory, and he actually was holding her hand going into the Cheesecake Factory, and that just melted her. All right. A few other things happened. Now we're up to the point where she was trying to get a house with him. They kind of fell in love, and she wanted to get a house, and he wanted to get the house. He was getting the house first for himself, but because they got so tight within those 2 weeks, and he said, you know what? I was going to buy a house for myself. So you know what? How about I buy a house for me and you? So she was down with that. Okay, they're looking for a house and all that good stuff. I'm talking about 2-3 weeks in March, maybe a month or some change. They trying to get the house, and it never went through. It kept dropping and whatever. They kept dropping the balls, but getting the house and all that good stuff. So now we're at the point where she got pregnant too, by the way, within about 2 months or so. She got pregnant. Yeah, they wasn't having protected sex. They was going raw dog. They was making it happen. Then now we at the point where she is at 6. We're at 3 once again. She pregnant. She about to have a baby, but lo and behold, the baby did not take well. I think she was, 5 months or so. How many months was she? I think it was like 4 or 5 months, somewhere around there. I don't know. There was a baby there, and eventually the baby died within inside her body, and she had to take some type of take something for them to make her have the baby, and that's a sad thing just to think about that. So that's where we are now, and she's going to tell you the story about that. So I want your opinion on it. I want your analogy. If you want to call in with your analogy, you can. The number is 973-433-5666, and you can call your analogy in. Just let me know you're going to call. All right. All right, here we go. This is the young lady telling her story.
I'm about to, I'm in pre-op. they're going to get me prepared to go back to the surgical ward or whatever. And the response I got was from his new executive assistant named David. Now, when he told me he was up for the promotion,
like I said, how come it always got to be the name David? Somebody is, I mean, Lifetime, we talking Hulu videos. There's always somebody named David. That's a popular name.
he did tell me that part of getting this new job would be that he would get an executive assistant named David.
Just so you know, this is for the young ladies. I would like for you to pay attention to this stuff too, okay? Let me get this call real quick.
He did tell me. I'm going to make sure.
Hello. Hold on for a minute. Hello. Hello, I'm live right now. Who's this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm live right now. Could you call me back?
Sure.
Go on live real quick, if you could. I'm on live.
I just woke up. I legit just woke up.
Okay. No, you ain't got to go on live to be on live. Go on live to watch me on live. I'm on live now.
Okay.
I just promoted what we're going to do tomorrow. All right?
Okay.
I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Much love and respect. Enjoy. Yeah, that was the co-host for tomorrow, by the way. But anyway, for the young ladies, pay attention.
That I informed David, if you get a text from this number, meaning from me, pull me out of the meeting, because my fiance's having a procedure done and I'm picking her up, so it's important that you come get me if it's something serious. So I text him. David responds. He said, yeah, Mr. Blah Blah told me that you are having a procedure done. If you need me to get him, I can go get him. He's in a meeting. Just let me know what you need. And I just said, no, don't bother him. I'm just giving an update that they're about to take me back. And David responds and says, I'm so sorry you're going through this. Please let me know if there's anything I can do. So I have the procedure. I wake up and I am now in recovery. I should be in recovery 45 minutes up to an hour and a half. I wake up, first thing I ask, and I remember asking, is where is so-and-so? The nurse who was so sweet, she was like, everything went well.
When she say, where is so-and-so, she talking about her ex at this time? Okay, she talking about her ex at this time, which is her boo thing. The one she is getting bamboozled by. Peace and blessings. What's good with y'all? Much love to you guys. If you here, put a one in the chat and say what's up, man. Just say what's up. We're going to continue.
You're doing great. She said, we spoke to your fiance. He's on his way. So I said, okay, I kind of dozed back out, but I could still hear everything that was going on. I just could not keep my eyes open to say.
Yeah, you're right, Adrian. The fact that he didn't even attend definitely speaks volumes. Real talk. You're right, Adrian. I agree with you on that. Yeah, thanks for your analogy. Thanks for your perspective on that. Thanks for chiming in, too. Much love to you and the family. Yeah, that definitely speaks volumes. Christine was the stage name. Would you say Ligon? Ligon was his stage name? Is that how you pronounce it? Ligon? Or Legend? I don't know. All right.
So I hear her talk to the other nurse. And that's when she said, Dr. So-and-so called her fiance and his executive assistant picked up. And the executive assistant said that he was in a business meeting and that, you could relate to him what you need to say and he'll tell the fiance. And my doctor was like, hell no, HIPAA, I need to speak to him. So apparently my fiance called the doctor back about 30 minutes later. And the doctor informed him she'll be ready to be discharged in about an hour. You can make your way and come pick her up. he said he was on his way. He was on his way from Duluth to Atlanta, which is not a huge distance, but the time of day, one thing about Atlanta, there's always traffic. So he should have been there within the hour.
She was making excuses already, huh? She was making excuses for him right off the bat.
I should have only been in recovery an hour and a half. Let's go to the next part.
Okay, next part. Let's go.
Part 7. Who the fuck did I marry? So I should have been in recovery at Northside Hospital for about at most an hour and a half. Subsequently, I ended up being in recovery between 3 to 3.5 hours. The nurses kept calling my ex, asking what's the status, because they were actually getting ready to do a shift change. So they kept calling, asking what's the status.
So the guys, for the people who don't know what's going on, who didn't see this, let me catch you up real quick. She's in the hospital. She was about to have a baby, but the baby died in her system, and they basically had the baby. They did something, they gave her something or whatever, so she can have the baby come out, and now she's in recovery. Mind you, is a guy that she met on a dating site. Who she's been, I guess from the point I'm looking at now, she's been bamboozled. She's been hoodwinked about some things, far as, him being committed to her and doing the right thing. So she's just explaining now some of everything she's gone through so far, just to catch you guys up. What'd you say, Adrian? She would have been better off calling an Uber, but she was in the hospital, right? She's in the hospital at this time. Okay. Yes, she probably would have been better off calling the Uber, waiting on the dude who is her knight in shining armor.
That is like, where are you? I want to say that they called a total of 3 times and they spoke to him twice. So at this point, I knew that they were all like, where's her fiance? Like, what is going on?
Just so you know also, guys, I already established that some men like to try to get with certain women who have a square type of nature, meaning she never was in the hood. She's not street smart. She don't have, quick thinking on her toes and all that good stuff. And I just said that she has a square he's seen on her head. So he did the boop bop to her. All right.
He said he was stuck in traffic, and so he was making his way there. He eventually did get to Northside Hospital, and they wheeled me down because, again, he couldn't come in just because of the protocols. So when I got in the car, and I'm in pain, but yet drugged up, couldn't keep my eyes open, I was just out of it. But I remember him calling my aunt and my mother and letting them know I picked her up, we're on the way home, let me get her settled, and then I'll give you guys an update. I remember that. What I did not know was that he had texted my aunt and my mom and asked them to not bother me for like a week. Like, just please don't reach out to her. Let her just rest. I am from New Jersey. I am from an African American family. You don't tell my black mama or my black aunt that, please don't bother her for a week.
Yeah, that's another red flag that's burning, on fire, smoke coming from it, that she really witnesses. She actually is telling you from the jump the red flags that she has been picking up through this whole process. But yet she ignored them. Keep in mind, to the young ladies, she ignored every last one of them. All right? But she recapping now.
I didn't know this at the time, but I'm just...
Definitely isolation. Don't get in touch with their family member. Don't get in touch with their daughter, don't get in touch with their niece, their cousin, their sister, don't get in touch with them, don't get in touch with her for a week? Are you serious? Something ain't right. We don't even know you. You just came into the family a month ago. What you mean don't get in touch with her? Leave her alone. Are you serious? And she just supposedly had a baby? I don't know if they knew she had a baby. I don't know if she told them, because at one time she was saying that she didn't want to tell the family about this situation because she went against her boundaries, which is allowing a man to move in with her whom she didn't even marry. So to tell the family about her having a baby and now she had a miscarriage from a man who she just started dealing with within 2-3 weeks, unprotected sex, to tell the family that, oh, she was embarrassed to do that. But now she finding out that he called the family and say, listen, just leave her alone for about a week, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to pull this wool over her eyes, and I don't need nobody to be trying to tell her nothing that's going to go against what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm going to marry her, but it's for a reason.
Just interjecting that part. I'm trying to stay in the timeline, but he did apparently do that, and my aunt was like, "Why will fuck you up?" Anyway, so go home. He waits on me hand and foot.
Ooh, yeah, you're right, Adrian. He didn't want no distractions, not one. But now he waited on her hand and foot while they're alone. See, and that's one of her problems, I feel, that, you know, they get too giggly when the little nice things is happening because they were never usually treated like this. So now once someone comes along to do that, all that other shit go out the window. The boundaries and what I ain't gonna do, you know, strong black independent women and all that goes out the window. Now their guard is down. They're easily led in the wrong direction. Manipulation. It's easy now.
I recovered. Just needed about 24 to 48 hours to just get my mind right. During this time, in between when the house in Douglasville fell through, we had not talked about a house. So I guess it was about a week later after the DNC, he decides that, you know, do you want to start looking for a house? Excuse me, I have the hiccups, y'all. Do you want to start looking for a house again?
Yeah, he brought the bullshit up again. And yeah, he definitely up to something, you know. Yeah, Adrian, the judgment is clouded by the bullshit. Yes, indeed. That's a fact. He brings it up again because he hit and missed the first time. He want to try to reel her back in. You know, he put that goddamn hook in that water. That hook got up in her jaw and it was like, he just got her again. She got away for a minute. He got her again. Young ladies, listen up.
Because of what happened with the house in Douglasville, I felt like I was smarter this time to say, you know, I want to be involved in every aspect because I don't know what the fuck happened with that house in Douglasville. But what I do know is that he lied to me. I didn't know then what I know now. I just knew he lied about I knew he lied about being under contract. So I told him, I said, I don't want to work with your friend who I've never met, never talked to. I know that he has talked to him because he's talked to him in front of me. And I'm going to demonstrate on one of the videos how he used to do his phone calls. Don't worry, it's coming. So we found a new real estate agent. Really nice guy. His name was Scott. I am using his real name. Really nice guy. And we told him what the budget was. And Scott was like, okay, when you guys are ready, we can start looking at houses. Try to look for houses that are empty because you can actually tour those. If it's a house where someone's already living in there, chances are it's going to be a virtual tour because of COVID. So I found a house that I absolutely, in total, we must have looked at about 15 houses.
15. Mind you, she gave us a story of one of them where she done furnished the house in her mind and everything. Went shopping for furniture and everything. Put down a down payment on furniture. She decorated the whole house in her mind though. And that fell through. That was only one situation that I heard. I didn't know about 15. Did you know about 15 up until this point? Wow.
But I found a house in Smyrna that I absolutely loved. We toured the house. Everything about this house was perfect. The house was listed for $699,000. It was a brand new construction build. The only issue was that the basement was not finished.
Mind you, he was approved early in the her first few segments. He was approved for $700,000, I think. $700,000, huh? $750,000. He was approved. He had a letter to show her that he was approved for $750,000, and she was souped up about that. And it's something he could have rolled up his damn self. It's something that he could have printed up himself. It's something he could have had somebody printed up for him. It's something that he had could have a loan officer that he know could have printed it up for him. But she was souped up about that. I seen the letter. I seen it. He got the money. He can get it.
And he wanted the basement to be his man cave. Again, I went with him to tour this house. So this was already feeling very different than the situation in Douglasville, because we did not actually tour the Douglasville house. We only did a FaceTime virtual tour. This house in Smyrna, we toured. We toured this house more than once. And it was gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. So we talked about it. He said that he had the money. Again, the price was $699. He said he felt comfortable putting in an all-cash offer. If you remember on the videos before, he told me he had money in his savings from when he played football. So when he said an all-cash offer, even I knew, you got that kind of money? Like...
Oh, she was stunned. Oh, it was over. This the man now. This man came out and fixed my tire. This man held my hand going into Cheesecake Factory, and he gonna tell me he been approved for $750,000. Now he gonna say he can put a cash off. What? This is the man.
Where you can cut a cashier's check for $699,000, and he told me he did. He had money in savings from when he played football, and he was very comfortable paying all cash for this.
Notice how she keep bringing up the part that he was very comfortable. He made sure, he made her believe, I got this, no worries.
So, the real estate agent, Scott, sent over the paperwork. The paperwork was sent in both of our names. It was sent to my email. That was another thing that I changed after Douglasville. Everything gets sent to me, and then I will be sure that he signs it. So he sent it to me. I looked over the offer. We were going to put in an all cash, full price offer with a request to have the basement finished. Also, we were requesting for the seller to give us an answer within 24 hours. we were requesting a quick closing. These are just some of the things I remember. I remember 24 hours, like I didn't want to wait on y'all think about it. 24 hours, let us know if you're accepting the offer or not. And then also a quick closing because it was a new construction. So we didn't have to wait for the current tenant to move out. We didn't have to do that. So I watched in our bedroom as he pulled it up because it was a electronic document. He signed his name to the offer for $699,000.
Is it just me, or do anybody else see square on her forehead? Is it just me? Or does anybody else see the square smack right dead center of her forehead? As if nobody can bring up or make it seem like they showing you something that's really not real. You know what I mean? Because she said this a lot. I seen him. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. This is what some cats do that's in this type of hustle. They love to hustle square heads. I'm not saying her head shaped like a square. I'm just saying, the nice girl. The nice girl that don't have no type of street smarts.
Cash. He requested again, the seller let us know in 24 hours if they were accepting the offer. So we submitted the offer at around 6 p.m. We were requesting that by 6 p.m. the next day, they let us know if the offer was accepted or not. I watched him sign the offer. I sent the offer back to Scott from my email. All parties had signed. Scott texted us and said, I got it. I'm submitting it. I will let you know what they say. Let's go into part 7. Sorry. Let's go into part 8.
All right.
Grief, this is getting long.
I think Tyler Perry should pick this up. This would be a good movie. Tyler Perry, one of them directors. This would be the bomb movie. Real talk.
Okay, so I just want to clear up some things that I realize is kind of creating some confusion. So just allow this video to serve as a stop sign. Let's clarify. First of all, the story, background. He was born in Philly, raised in Philly, and moved to Augusta. Story is that he moved to Augusta for high school. After high school, he went to college at San Diego State. Enjoyed San Diego State, stayed in San Diego.
Again, she got good memory, boy. She got good memory.
For quite a while. Got married out in California, had a house in California, played arena football out in California, but his family was back here in Augusta, Georgia. He still had a lot of family up in Philly, but for the most part, he had a sister in Augusta, he had a sister in Douglasville, he had a brother in Baltimore, he had another brother in Philly, and he had a brother in Nashville.
Thanks for all of y'all chiming in. If you're watching for the first time, this particular situation, keep watching. It's pretty deep.
So I just want
you can go back if you like and check out some of the other reactions I did on YouTube.
to clarify that.
Under David Adams Podcast. Please follow the page if you could right now on this particular page, Facebook, David Adams, and on YouTube, press subscribe on David Adams Podcast. It's once again on Facebook, it's David Adams, YouTube, David Adams Podcast.
In terms of not the demographics, but the geography. Born in Philly, came to Augusta for high school, went to San Diego State for college, played football, stayed at San Diego, got married out there, but still had quite a bit of family here in here in Georgia. He also had a sister, I think I said, who lived in Douglasville. I have physically met his aunt, who lived in Augusta. I've met his brother, who lives in Augusta.
She physically met them. Emphasis.
I have spoken on FaceTime with a brother who lives in Baltimore. And then I will demonstrate how he used to talk to the brother that lives in Philly.
She's seen it with her own eyes.
That's coming up. You haven't missed that. In terms of the proposal, you did not miss the story of the proposal. I simply didn't want to share it because it was embarrassing. Basically, he gave me 3 ring options. We went to a jeweler at the Mall of Georgia. He had me pick out 3 rings. I told him which one I liked the most because I knew it wasn't a romantic proposal at all. I knew which ring I liked the most. I told him which one.
Hold up. She said she told him what ring she liked the most. She flew past. It wasn't a romantic proposal at all. Let that sink in. It's another red flag.
He's basically said, when I'm ready, I'll give you the ring and I'll propose. Fast forward about, I guess it was summer because I was actually pregnant when the ring came. We were sitting at the dinner table. He took the ring box out of his pocket, slammed it on the dinner table, and I was like, what is this? He was like, open it.
She said he slammed it or slung it? Slammed it or slung it? Okay.
Opened it. Inside was the ring that I had wanted, that I had chosen at the jeweler.
Look at the smile.
Like,
look at the smile.
All right. So this
It's like she was talking to me. All right.
means that you're gonna be my wife.
Just like that. Let's rewind that just a little bit.
You did not miss the story of the proposal. I simply didn't want to share it because it was embarrassing.
Listen up to the young ladies.
He gave me 3 ring options. We went to a jeweler at the Mall of Georgia.
Just giving you heads
3
up.
rings. I told him which one I liked the most because I knew it wasn't a romantic proposal at all. I knew which ring I liked the most. I told him which one. He's basically said, when I'm ready, I'll give you the ring and I'll propose. Fast forward about, I guess it was summer because I was actually pregnant when the ring came. We were sitting at the dinner table. He took the ring box out of his pocket, slammed it on the dinner table, and I was like, what is this? He was like, open it. I opened it. Inside was the ring that I had wanted, that I had chosen at the jeweler. And he was like, all right, so this means that you're gonna be my wife.
Just like that. That's it.
I was pregnant. So, again, when I asked y'all to give me grace, it's because there's certain things that's just like, girl, what was you thinking? Trust me.
I feel for her, though. I feel for her.
There's no excuse.
There is not one excuse. Ladies, gentlemen, what do you think? Put your comments down in the comment board. Let me know what you think about this segment, and I'll be back tomorrow, possibly with another segment, probably earlier in the day. All right, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow again at 8 o'clock, myself and Nakia will be talking about forgiveness, atonement, apologies tomorrow by 8 o'clock, because it's good to, say I apologize when you know you were wrong. Either both parties was wrong. If you know you had something to do with a portion or a part of that situation, it's okay to apologize. Make atonement. Don't allow somebody to get into the grave and you never really apologize for the things that you had contributed to the situation. All right? It's a good thing to apologize. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to forgive. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to atone. It's a beautiful thing. Don't allow your family member, friends, and your ex-lovers, your co-workers that you were tight with, friends you were tight with since you was 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, go to their death without you having a conversation about coming together and apologizing about something that was petty. I'm talking about stuff that was petty. You know what I mean? Yeah, do that. But tune in tomorrow and you'll see me talking with someone else that we had beef. And I would love for you guys to tune in, call in, and tell me some of the situations, or tell us some of the situations you dealt with that was petty, but you made some type of atonement, or you made a truce on some petty beef that you may have. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, tune in to the D.A.P show. Much love and respect, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow at 2. Thank you so much. Please share the page if you can. Please like the page. Do me the favor right now. Just share the page. We want to get the algorithm. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Much love and respect. D.A.P. Peace. Once again, tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock for atonement, forgiveness, apologies.
D.A.P Podcast.